West Runton, one of our two Norfolk centres, is situated a short walk away from the stunning and diverse North Norfolk coastline. Although the centre has a close and intimate feel about it, this former all-girls boarding school is set in 30 acres of land. This makes it ideal for primary schools and younger groups. Upon arrival, schools and groups will be granted access via intercom at the main gate. From there, they will slowly drive up the narrow driveway, through the pine trees to the drop-off point. There they will disembark. Our bag bays provide temporary storage for personal belongings whilst they wait to be shown their accommodation. The course director, a member of the staff from the guest services team, will greet the customers upon arrival and take them on a tour of the centre. We currently have 4 accommodation blocks at West Runton: Sandringham, Blickling, Felbrick, and Holcombe. These total over 350 student beds. Corridors are sometimes shared with other schools depending on how busy the centre is, but rooms will never be shared with students from other schools. Dorm rooms are gender specific and vary from 6 up to 16 beds per room. We provide all bedding and ask the children to make their beds upon arrival. Communal showers and bathrooms in the accommodation blocks are also gender specific, but are sometimes shared with other schools who are in the same block. Adult rooms are located as close as possible to the students, in case the children need a member of staff during the night. We don't offer loco parentis, so it's the party leader's responsibility to ensure children are cared for during the night. A medically trained member of the team is available 24/7 in case of emergency. We also have night duty staff there to assist. If the centre is busy, teachers may be required to share a room with another member of staff from the same group. Coffee and tea making facilities are supplied in all adult rooms as well as ensuite bathrooms. Teachers can also enjoy our Teachers Retreat for downtime. Here they can relax on the sofa, watch television, catch up on work via our computers, and take advantage of more free tea and coffee. Dining at West Runton should be a very similar experience to our other centres due to the updated menu being standard across the board. Groups are given allocated time slots to come for lunch so the kitchen can prepare for an adequate amount of food. Once served, guests can enjoy their food inside or even outside on the terrace picnic area, weather permitting. Our new menu aims to meet and exceed the latest government standards for breakfast, lunch and dinner. We can also cater for religious and dietary needs providing we are given advance warning from the group. Allergies are catered for if advised in advance of the trip. Much like the Teachers Retreat, children get to enjoy some downtime in our on-site gift shop. The shop sells sweets, snacks, ice cream, drinks, postcards, souvenirs, games and mementos. Not only does this give the students something to enjoy on and off centre, it also helps the children learn about financial control. We recommend they bring a small amount of money to last the duration of their trip. They are accompanied on the visit to the shop by their teacher. The gift shop also generates a large additional source of revenue for the company. Before activities begin, groups will meet at their designated activity line numbers, where their activity instructor will group them into lines of 15 maximum. These are set by the teacher prior to arrival. From there, they will be led out to the first activity in the morning. We run over 30 activities at West Runton, the majority of which take place in the sprawling back field. The most popular activities are undoubtedly the high adrenaline ones that come from the tower. The structure accounts for at least 6 activities, but for safety reasons we can only have a certain number of lines at the tower at any one point. This is a good example of why we can't guarantee that groups will get certain activities, especially during peak period. However, if we note their request on the centre notes, a programmer will do their best to accommodate. We take health and safety very seriously at West Runton. All of our equipment is regularly checked and maintained to ensure it meets regulations. We always try and do our best to complete a group's program, but if weather conditions are deemed too severe, then we reserve the right to swap activities. This is usually only for thunder, lightning and extreme wind, so we always advise that they bring waterproofs and spare clothing, as we will continue with the program through elements such as rain and snow. All of our activities are signposted for clarity. This is because we get feedback from the party leaders at the end of the trip, and having signs for the group makes it easier to identify which activities they are referring to. We also highlight what 3 learning outcomes are achieved by completion of the activity. Not all of our activities take place outside though. We also offer a range of activities that take place in the sports hall or the disco hall. There is also a swimming pool at West Runton, but it is currently out of action for the foreseeable future. Updates to follow. West Runton also caters for an array of evening activities that take place inside and outside. From movie nights in our cinema to discos in our hall, winding through the darkness on a mystery trail to singing songs around the campfire, there are loads of evening activities to wind down and entertain after a busy day. As well as the popular Adventure Choice program, many schools come to West Runton for their self-led revision and EFS studies. Our revision program is a perfect mix of revision time interspersed with exciting activities to get the brain going. We recommend that you check Navigator to see what other schools are doing at the time, and also speaking to the centre before booking in the classroom space, as it is very limited. One of the major selling points for this centre is the fact that it's a stone's throw away from the majestic cliffs and versatile beach. Depending on which route is accessible on the day, the walk along the cliff top offers some beautiful aerial views of the beach below. Getting down to the beach can take 5 to 20 minutes. There are 2 ways to get down to the beach. To the east, there is a concrete slipway that gently descends, and to the west there is a steep staircase built into the cliff face. Wheelchair users need to be aware of the beach access challenges. Once on the beach, you can truly appreciate the monolithic size of the cliffs as they rise up out of the sand and disappear in both directions over the horizon. The expansive sandy area is ideal for beach games and getting sand between your toes, then washing it off in the rock pools, time permitting. For groups studying coastal processes, there is so much to explore. They can study sea defences, see firsthand the different layers of rock in the cliff face, witness the coastal erosion process, go fossil hunting amongst the pebbles, or even go hunting for little beasties in the chalk pools that take over from the sand further down the beach. Because there are so many variations in this small stretch of coastline, it has been designated a site of special scientific interest. For many of our young guests, this is the first time experiencing a beach and seeing the sea, so it's definitely worth mentioning in your sales pitch. At the end of a group stay, they strip their beds and take the bedding to the laundry, take their bags to the bag bay, and then off to final day activities. Our centre staff wave them a fond goodbye after lunch.